battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You look at Atlanta. Oh, they had very little trouble in their first-round matchup. It was a clean sweep.
And they're hoping to carry that momentum into this series. But they know they've got their work cut out for them. This is a much tougher task than round 1.
Heinrich finds Johnson. And he makes good on the layup.
Too much strength right there from Johnson, a bully inside.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Outside Boozer. And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Boozer with it. Pass to Noah. 6 to shoot. Here is Bogans. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Smith. Now Heinrich. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Johnson dishes to Williams. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
That to me is just all practice and experience. Textbook shooting from Williams right off the bat.
Outside Rose. To the middle. And Noah with the slam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the Hawks with possession here. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Johnson, wide open, he fires. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And zero hesitation from Johnson. Whenever ISO Joe has a look, he's going to let it go.
Rose passes to Boozer. It's hauled in by Smith.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Johnson right side. Heinrich outside. Smith finds Heinrich. Hawks passing it around. Now here's Johnson. Defense right on him. The baseline J off the mark.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Here's Dang. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Joe Johnston on the wing. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. 7 points for Johnson.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here is Bogans. It's taken away by Smith. Johnson right side. Shoots over Bogans. Johnson can't get it to go. And so it's Dang bringing it up for Chicago. Trailing by 5. Rose kicks to Dang. And the rejection by Smith.
Always a talented defender. Smith staying active and isn't scared to go after the tough blocks.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket. And as a result, falling behind here.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Tell you what, fellas, you cannot throw it down any harder than that. That was a rim rattler.
And the wide open shot from Rose. Hands it from downtown.
Boy, I tell you, you got to get out on Rose from there. He's lethal from behind the arc.
Atlanta leading by 4. Heinrich outside. Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Williams. 5 to shoot. Horford. Noah with the block.
Defensive stalwart. Noah's length is what allows him to erase shots.
Dang with the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Johnson. He's got 7. Horford sets a screen for Johnson. Money from the wing. Johnson's got 9.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Rose looking around. Takes it inside. Oh!
Tell you what, Rose can get flashy with the best of them.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting well. Outside Williams. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So for the Bulls, Bonnie Brewer's checked in for Bogans. And it's Watson in for Derrick Rose. And then for Atlanta, Pachulia. He's checked in for Horford. Crawford comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Teagan for Kirk Heinrich. Now here's Boozer. Still scoreless. Pulls it from 20. Here's Noah. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Boy, it's hard to replace enthusiasm. It can take you so far in the passion Noah plays with. Hustling on the offensive glass, scrappy on the defensive end as well. He's fun to watch.
Teague with the ball. He's covered by Watson. Williams' shot is off. Now here's Watson. Teague covering. Boozer dishes to Noah. Brewer the pass to Watson. Now here's Boozer, covered by Smith. Unloads from 9, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Crawford. Smith left side. Crawford looking over the floor. Over Brewer. Crawford, no luck. Here's Chicago. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Pass to Watson. Bang for 3. Rebound by Smith.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Number 1 is Joakim Noah. Bulls have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And here's Watson. Hasn't made one yet. Boozer against T. Watson for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside Williams. Pass to Crawford. Back to Williams. Over Noah. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Chicago shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Brewer with the ball. Here's Dang. Teague covering. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. MyEras, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Carlos Boozer. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Rose in for C.J. Watson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Al Horford, he's checked in for Pachulia. Powell comes in for Smith. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Williams. It's Heinrich in for T. Now Johnson. He's got 9. Powell, the pass to Horford. Heinrich outside. Pass to Crawford. Jacks up a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Here is Brewer. Nothing on the board. Trying to get open is Gibson. Brewer's shot is off. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
And Heinrich gets it to go.
Pushing the tempo on the drive. Heinrich beating the defense with his speed.
Bulls have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Rose against Heinrich. Lets it go from 14. No good on the shot.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
In the corner, Gibson with it. Back to Rose. To the inside. Sheik. Good work defensively by Horford.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Crawford gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Down low, here's Hasek. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And if you want to score in the NBA, it's not easy. You have to make those tough contested shots like that one.
In the corner, it's Crawford. Hasek pulls it in. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And Brewer gets the Korver. Right side Rose. A special move before the shot. Rose has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Korver against Johnson. Crawford outside. Back to Horford. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Outside Rose, and he drives in. The 19-foot shot. Another one falls for Chicago.
One of the game's best shooters, Korver, makes it look easy from anywhere on the floor.
And it's the Hawks ball. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Johnson up top. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Bulls leading by just 2. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. See what this quarter has in store for us. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Here's Teague following the score by Luol Deng. Teague kicks to Smith. Now, here's Johnson. He's covered closely. Off target on the 15-footer.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Pass to Boozer. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Gibson. Hits the jump hook. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Johnson from outside. No good that time. The Bulls shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. And the rejection by Smith.
The offense thought it'd be an easy shot, but he proved them wrong there with authority. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Now, here is Smith. The shot, no good. Excellent defense there from Boozer. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Basket counts. Deng's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Wilkins. Still yet to score.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Watson. Outside Deng. Drops in the layup for 2. Deng's got 10 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Johnson finds Smith. Johnson left side. Collins passes to Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get C.J. Watson.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Free throw good, Teague.
You know, he's somebody his guys like playing with because he does whatever is necessary to win.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Good timeout call right there. Looked like the guys were gassed. Heavy legs out there for sure.
And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Look at Smith, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Ronnie Brewer, he shows up in that same conversation.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Now, here's Watson, still without a basket. Outside Gibson. Pass to Watson. Out to the right wing. Right side, Boozer. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. And just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Now here's Teague. Smith outside. Smith gets the pick for Johnson. Back to Smith. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
A serious hustle from Smith in the paint there to track that one down for the finish.
Here's Boozer. Back to Watson. Over Teague. Great D that time from Teague.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Watson following the score by Josh Smith. And Gibson kicks to Bogan. Here's Boozer. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Johnson. Back to Teague. Now here's Johnson. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to Boozer. Boozer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bogans. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bogans got his 2nd basket.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Now here's Teague. Johnson outside. A 3. And the rebound goes to Boozer. Boozer's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And whenever Smith gets the opportunity to attack the rim, he's going to take it.
Chicago leading by 6. And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Joakim Noah is checked in for Boozer. Korver comes in for Luol Deng. Brewer is checked in for Keith Bogans. And it's Rose in for C.J. Watson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Collins. Horford comes in for Smith. Marvin Williams is checked in for Damian Williams. And it's Crawford in for Joe Johnson.
First team foul.
And here's Rose. 7 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight.
And Noah understands his role so well. Sets a nice screen and able to find some space for his man and the finish.
Now here's Teague. There's Crawford with the 3. Rebounded by Korver.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here is Rose. Over Teague. Great D that time from Teague. Atlanta trails by 8. Pass to Pachulia. Crawford against Korver. Crawford dishes to Teague. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And here's Korver. It's Ronnie Brewer on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Rose against Teague. Rose, no good. Atlanta shooting in this game, 45%. Crawford passes to Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Well, you can't afford to give Horford that type of advantage inside. As soon as you do that, you're cooked.
Pass to Brewer. On the wing, Korver. Outside, Gibson. Brewer up top, guarded by Crawford. Here's Noah, and finished off by Noah.
And the sheer physicality of Noah, even the foul won't return.
Chicago shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Chicago. Bang comes in for Kyle Korver.
For Chicago, Joakim Noah. One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Noah.
And how about that quiet confidence with which Noah plays? A long, skilled defender who also chips in occasionally on the offensive end.
Now here's T, stolen by Noah. It's stolen by T.
And you know, with some players, it's more than just the numbers. He provides things for this team that don't always show up in the stat sheet.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw, good. Teague. And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Now here's Crawford following the miss by Derrick Rose. Williams, that's a 2-pointer, and he hits the jump shot. Williams has got his second bucket.
And this is Williams' game. When he gets the chance to shoot it from there, he does not hesitate.
Rose passes to Noah. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working to get inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Hawks, Smith checked in for Pachulia. Johnson comes in for Williams. And it's Heinrich in for Jeff Teague.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Noah kicks to Brewer. Shot clock at 6. Noah with a screen on Johnson. Rose, no good.
Well, he certainly hit some turbulence here, trying to get it cranked back up.
Crawford with the ball. He's got 6. Heinrich, right side. Takes the 3. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Heinrich. Heinrich's got 5 assists tonight.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Rose. Count that one. Rose has got 9 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint.
Johnson, the pass to Heinrich. Kicks it out to Johnson. Crawford, no one around him. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Rose. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Dang against Johnson. Smith sets the pick for Johnson. Smith inside. And Smith with the stuff.
He's become a dependable offensive rebounder. Smith is someone you gotta keep a body on.
Outside Rose. Here's Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 13 points for Joakim Noah.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Rebound by Rose.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Oh, dynamic.
And right in the face of the defender.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish.
And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, Smith is just feeling it out there. He keeps finding opportunities to attack.
Rose passes to Noah. Back to Rose. Pass to Boozer. Good, nice job down low. Boozer's got 6 points in the quarter.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Horford with the screen on deck. Johnson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. We're seeing a tremendous game from Joakim Noah.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Now here's Rose. Boozer dishes to Noah. Rose against Heinrich. Rose passes to Boozer. And the rejection by Smith.
Wow, great interior deep. That effort gets erased because of it.
Atlanta trails by 7. Johnson finds Williams. Now Johnson. Heinrich outside. Pass to Horford. Over Noah. Horford no luck.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Rose up on top. Outside Boozer. Back to Rose. This one for 3. The Bulls with another miss.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
And the slam by Williams.
Well, I like the thrust on those jams. I mean, Williams is somebody you got to keep out of the paint.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. Boozer kicks it to Noah. Hogan's passes to Rose. Over Heinrich. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And how about the vertical of Johnson? Excellent at just getting up to drop the hammer.
Rose dishes to Noah. And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Bulls now, searching for that first bucket here in the third. Here's Rose.
Things have been bumpy coming into the second half now. 5 straight misses.
Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got 7 rebounds in the game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Smith with the stuff.
And Smith gets off the floor as quick as anybody, especially when he's got a lob on the way.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
It's time
flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top three-point shooters in the playoffs. Fifth best, Derrick Rose.
He is having so much success from beyond the three-point line. Some guys just thrive on this kind of pressure.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
You know, once he starts going down here, Rose is impossible to stop. He doesn't settle for simple layups. He's throwing that thing down.
Now here's Heinrich. Johnson outside. Here he goes. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Rose against Heinrich. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 18 points.
And we are used to seeing this from Johnson. This is how dangerous a scorer he is.
Heinrich against Rose. And the shot goes down. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Johnson. 18 points for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 20 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Rose passes to Dak. From 13, here's Boozer. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. 10 points for him.
And great job being in the right place. And give Boozer credit for the extra effort there on the glass.
Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup. 22 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here is Bogans. Outside Rose. Tries from 10. That misses off the backboard. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 14-6 run. Heinrich kicks to Johnson. Smith outside. Pass to Horford. Smith outside. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson outside. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Bulls, Ashik comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Watson in for Derrick Rose. And then for Atlanta, Pachulia. He's checked in for Horford. Powell comes in for Smith. And it's Teague in for Kirk Heinrich. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Watson. Now here's Teague. Inside, Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Sizing up the defense and burning them in the pick and roll. Williams doing a nice job recognizing what was available.
Dang looking it over. Driving the lane. Boozer trying to get open. Dang with the bucket.
That's the look you want.
Hawk shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Pass to Williams. Johnson from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 27 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Dang passes to Bogans. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Teague. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
Chicago trailing here. And here's Watson. Ashik, the pass to Watson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. Pass to Williams. Joe Johnson on the wing. He's covered by Dan. A shot by Johnson, no good. Bulls have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Outside Dan. Now Bogans. He's got 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. From deep, Johnson sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Pass to Dang. Back to Watson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Watson's got 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And a change for the Hawks. Crawford's checked in. So it's the Hawks now. A 2-point game. Teague with the ball. Crawford outside. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Rose. That shot on. Great D that time from Teague. Hawks shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Powell dishes to Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Clock at 6. Johnson against Korver. Shoots off the step back. Out to Powell. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. He's covered by Rose. Another shot. Nice D from Rose. And Chicago shooting 47% from the field in the 3rd. Brewer passes to Gibson. On its way from Rose for 2. Finds himself wide open and drills it. 17 points for Derrick Rose. And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. 4th, Derrick Rose.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
Here's the Hawks with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Crawford. 11 points in the game. by Johnson, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Gibson on the wing. Brewer.
2 minutes remaining.
5 to shoot. And he converts the layup. And it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Gets it inside and goes to work. That's how it's done.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. The kick out to T. Brewer with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Korver dishes to Noah. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson outside.
The moment that Joe Johnson steps on the court, he's got one thought. Bucket.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to penetrate every opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
And the first one drops.
And Joe Johnson is an incredibly gifted scorer. They call him ISO Joe. He can beat anyone one-on-one.
And both free throws good for Johnson. Now here's Rose. 17 points in the game. Pass to Brewer. To the paint. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Noah. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. Load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Now here's Rose after the miss from Joe Johnson. Rose passes to Gibson, lays it up and banks it in. Gibson's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Teague against Rose. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots the 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
No shying away from contact there.
For Atlanta, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
3 shots. 3 shots.
That's good from Johnson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Pachulia. Smith comes in for Powell. Damian Wilkins checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Heinrich in for Jeff Teague. He hits the second from the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And he makes all 3.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Atlanta trails by 3. There's the drive, and Heinrich gets it to go.
He plays mostly the 1, but he's 6'4", so that's a little tall for a point guard, and it helps Heinrich down low.
Here's Korver. Wilkins grabs the miss.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised, too.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Hawk shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Teague, the pass to Crawford. Stolen by Ashit. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Hogan's can't get it to go. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Crawford left side. Outside Teague. Stolen by Bogans. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Bulls lead by 3.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Teague with a clean look. As Smith with the assist that time. Teague's got it all tied up now for the Hawks. And so it's Watson who will bring it up for Chicago. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Ashit. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Boozer. Rebounded by the Hawks. Smith's got 9 rebounds now tonight. To take the lead, and Crawford lays it up and in.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Now, here's Watson. Pass to Boozer. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Teague with the ball. He's covered by Watson. Crawford outside. To the inside. Here's Smith. Hogan grabs the miss. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Teague dishes to Crawford. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it goes down 2 points. And the Hawks lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Dang, and that one is stuffed right through.
With intent. Explosive finish.
Here's Teague. Smith, and it's Smith finishing it off.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now, here's Watson. Right side, Boozer. Over Smith. And the shot falls short this time. For Atlanta, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And here is Teague. 6 to shoot. Smith trying to break loose. Crawford's shot is good. Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Usher. Gibson comes in for Carlos Boozer. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Keith Bogans. And it's Rose in for C.J. Watson. And then for Atlanta, Pachulia, he's checked in for Collins. Horford comes in for Smith. And it's Johnson in for Jamal Crawford. Now here's Noah. Here's the break. Here's Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Teague, following the score by Derrick Rose. Comes in from outside. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game. Now Rose, pass to Noah. Back to Rose. Launches it. The rebound by Johnson.
He managed to knock down 1 triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Sweet move, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Sticking with his shot despite the good defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Johnson hits them both.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Rose with the ball. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
And this is how lethal Rose can be on offense, and it's because of that high motor he possesses.
Here's T. Over in the corner, Williams. Outside T. Johnson in the corner. It's over Korver. Johnson can't hit. Bulls trail by 6. Right side Rose. That's good from Noah on the assist by Rose. 15 points for Joakim Noah.
And when Noah's scoring like this, it's an added bonus. It's nice to see him get on fire.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During the break, I was able to catch the message Atlanta's coach gave to his team. He likes the effort. He likes the play. He said, look, we're rolling now, guys. Let's get that momentum and keep it, and let's make the most of it to win this series. See if they can get it done.
Thank you, David. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bulls have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Rose. Softly puts in the floater. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Johnson, good.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Outside Rose. Noah trying to get open. Rose. Good. Rose has got 16 here in the second half.
Sinking 4 or 5 shots. He's giving it all. He's giving his all here in the fourth.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Chicago making some changes. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Gibson. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Kyle Korver. Atlanta also making some changes here. Smith checked in for Pachulia. Crawford comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Heinrich in for T. And finished off by Horford.
Horford being opportunistic there and getting busy pounding that glass.
Rose against Heinrich to the middle. And the dunk by Boozer.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Heinrich. The Bulls getting the bucket. Johnson left side. Shot clock at 6. Smith trying to break loose. Crawford, no luck. Chicago trailing. Outside Rose. Boozer with the screen for Rose. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
To Brewer. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago.
Well, you got to be careful when Horford's around because this guy is very good defensively.
Smith finds Johnson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Johnson's got 44.
What more can he do? I mean, my goodness, it's certainly his night.
Now here's Rose. Oh, softly lays it in.
Boy, he's experienced at running screen and rolls, isn't he, guys? I mean, Rose is a pro at picking the defensive part in pick and roll situations.
Now, here's Johnson. It's Crawford on the wing, covered by Brewer. Now, Smith. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Dang. Again. Oh, hits the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
Johnson against Dang. Smith with a screen on Dang. Here's Smith. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
He is on a roll right now.
Chicago trailing here. Outside Rose. Boozer against Smith. Rose attacking. What touch on the floater.
And Rose wants that leadership position. When the team needs a big bucket, he is ready and willing.
Dang against Johnson. Smith with a screen on Dang. Johnson, and he jams it in.
They trust Joe Johnson to come through in the clutch. That's why his teammates feed him the rock late.
Rose against Heinrich. Rose in the post. And it's off. The Hawks shooting the ball really well in this game. 58%. Johnson outside. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. From about 19, he nails the jump shot.
Boy, what a fantastic effort they're getting from Johnson.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. 14 feet away, and they pick up the 2.
We're seeing the blazing hot version of Boozy.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And the hustle pays off there.
Boy, right now, it's really tough to stop Rose.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Horford with the screen on deck. Here's Horford, stolen by Noah. And here's the fast break. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
That's the way to go.
And here is Johnson. Smith with a screen on deck. Johnson. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.